Now this is the best way to use your essence stones. Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? NoGoodEman coming to you today with an ultimate essence stone spender's guide. So guys, we've always talked about essence stones, but now's the best time to talk about the best ways to spend them, because if you guys are logging into Soul Leveling Arise daily, you guys are getting about 1,000 essence stones each and every day for the 60 million global users achievement celebration. So strap in, folks, because I've got 3 ways to spend your essence stones. We're talking the short term, we're talking the mid-term, and we're talking the long term. But before we talk a single thing, make sure you guys leave a like on the video. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so they miss a live or an upload, and then finally support your boy on that number website. Join 600 people in supporting the monarch of gaming, NoGoodEman. And if you guys are watching around when this video is posted, the time has come to extend your support. So currently on screen are the steps to support and extend your support. So go ahead and follow those instructions. It's pretty simple. Go to your My Page section and then just click extend support. But getting back into the video, we've got 3 type of ways people usually spend their essence stones. So starting with the long term, this is going to be for future SSR units, and this is going to be draw ticket based. And when we say draw ticket based, it's usually going to be on the rate up draw ticket side. Usually people don't save their essence stones for custom draw tickets because custom draw tickets are usually more easier to come by, and then people don't save them too often for the weapon draw tickets because, again, this can be easier to come by. Weapons are usually easily obtainable through the custom draw or through the use of crafting now that it has been added to Soul Leveling Arise. So regardless though, rate up tickets are usually the name of the game, and when I say the long game, people are saving up their essence stones for the next big unit to come out or their favorite character that they know is coming out in the near future. So currently we've got about 21 days. We're currently within the win meta, so we've got things like Go to Ryuji, we've got things like Amami and Mirai in the rate up draw ticket. Now of course we're talking the long game, so some players might have been saving up for Go to Ryuji and now they're currently pulling with him with their essence stones. But the next character to come into the game is going to be Sioren, aka the Lobby Lady. So the lady you see right here with her water gun, she's going to be an SSR unit that's going to be coming next within the game. And then as far as the 1-year anniversary character, we've heard some rumors. It looks like it's going to be a different variant of Cha-Hei-In or something insane like that. So regardless, people are playing the long game when it comes to saving up their essence stones for the next unit, because as you guys know, with anniversary units, it's usually going to be insane which is embedded into their kit. If you think about a character like Thomas Andre, which burst onto the scene, I think he was about a 180-day unit. I'm probably going to get all of these wrong. I think Gogun, he was about a 100-day unit, and then Go to Ryuji is about a 300-day unit, something like that. All these characters have some type of special kit embedded within them, and then obviously they're super good to draw. Now whether they're a must draw or not will obviously depend on various different factors, the current meta, the current element, and things so on and so forth. But that is going to be the long term. That's how people usually save up their essence stones. That's what people save up their essence stones for. So if you're a character that's interested, or if you're a player that's interested in a future character, go ahead and stack up your essence stones and save them that way. Now that we talked about the long term, let's go ahead and talk about the mid-term, or the normal way people spend their essence stones. This isn't going to be too much of a spending or a saving in that regard, but I do want to go down to fusion because we've got a new thing added, and that's going to be refinement that allows you guys to essentially create your legendary blessing stone or rune. And this is very big within Soul Leveling Arise. Now of course it takes a maximum of 1,000 essence stones to go ahead and craft the rune fusion of your target or the blessing stone of your target. So regardless, you guys now have the ability, if you have a legendary dupe, to refine that, selecting your fusion target and then simple fusing with a duplicate legendary and getting that possibility to get a new legendary, the fusion target that you essentially want within the game. Now what I'll say here is that this is more so newer, added into Soul Leveling Arise, and currently when it comes to things like skill research, we still don't have the amplification system unlocked. But I do want to say that this still isn't a terrible thing, because it was super hard to get future legendaries within SLA. I think I finally got all the legendaries on the blessing stone side after several months of playing Soul Leveling Arise. If we go to my profile picture, 338 logins, and we finally got a plethora amounts of blessing stones. So this is going to be very good for you guys that needs that next blessing stone, that needs that next legendary rune, let's say like magnifying slashes, vacuum wave, or blessing stones like, let's say, bloodlust, reawakening, weakness detection, pulverize, things like that. What I will say to add on to this is that the legendary blessing stones might be a bit more important than legendary runes. I think legendary blessing stones will impact your gameplay 1,000 times more than some legendary runes. Now, of course, I'm not saying that that's always going to be the case. We do have our, dimes and dozens, like magnifying slashes, like vacuum wave, so on and so forth. But I do suggest that you guys do focus on getting your legendary blessing stones right first and then foremost. And then we did just release multiple guides talking about the best legendaries to take to Transcendence. So you might want to follow that guide along to talk about which of the best ones you should have on legendary first. The ones that you should target for Transcendent first are the ones that you should have on legendary first. So regardless, you can kind of take that guide and apply it to the legendary category when it's time to select your free legendary, or not a free legendary, but essentially a free legendary, because we're about to get 10,000 essence stones, and then this will take a draw point up to 10 times. So regardless, if you use all 10,000 essence stones into your refining, then you will get a guaranteed legendary blessing stone or a legendary skill rune. Now that we talked about the long term, the midterm, now it's time to talk about the short term. So as far as the short term, this one's going to be pretty standard and easy, but it's actually going to be your gate keys. So if you see right now, I have 22 gate keys because I bought 30 gate keys within Soul Leveling Arise. Now, why did I do this? I did this for a plethora of reasons. As you guys know, when it comes to completing gates, you guys get a plethora of things, but more so recently, we do this because we want to increase our Army of Shadows level. Now, I might recommend to this for you guys that's like end game players. I don't know if newer players should be maxing out their gate keys. So when it comes to the short terms, it depends on where your account is currently at within Soul Leveling Arise. Now, obviously, when you guys buy extra gate keys, you have the ability to do extra gates. And with that, you guys can have the ability to, get things like extra golden gates, extra red gates if you're lacking, let's say, rune skill scrolls, or extra purple gates to get those new special player weapon designs. So regardless, doing gates are good in that regard. And doing gates will also get you guys to get those new shadow skill scrolls. So whether it's the shadow skill score 1s, the shadow skill score 2s, you can also get shadow energy, you can get abyssal fragments, you can get abyssal energy, or you can get abyssal essence. So regardless, the main thing here is increasing our shadow army total power, because our shadow army total power is going to be super important. So do not sleep on this. If you're an endgame player, again, I do recommend that you might want to look at this. I'm not saying buy 30 gate keys, because buying 30 gate keys is almost like 3,000 essence stones a day, but you might want to consider just buying a few extra. Of course, there's like one other place you can get gate keys every other week, and I think it's in the guild exchange shop. You can get it like once a week, but regardless, that's the main point. It ties into the shadow army, the army of shadows, and getting your army getting your shadow army up is important. And then don't forget, within the shop, if it's an anniversary currently going on, then you guys will usually see some type of exchange shop where you can buy various different cool items for essence stones. Currently, we don't have that in right now, but I do want to say look into the near future. Anytime some type of event rolls around, you guys will have the ability to get various different things for essence stones. So look for that trading if available. And then there are some places in the shop right now that you can use essence stones on. Let's say if you need a workshop rebellion light ticket, you're trying to get some extra runs in, or if you need some gold, you're down bad on gold, you can always buy the gold support mini packs. But that is going to be the short term when it comes to essence stone spending. But regardless, guys, make sure you know what your account needs. I'm just giving you guys the ideas, what players usually do when it comes to the short term, the midterm, and the long term. But what do you guys think of the essence stone spending guide? Go ahead and leave your thoughts, theories, and comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. With that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Peace.